Hi everyone, Michael Sandler here. Today I want to talk with you about calling on your angels for an energetic shift. So what in the world does that mean, an energetic shift? Well, I like to teach by story. I find it more helpful to be able to remember things, bring things back with you, than just giving you a list. Now, the whole world feels wonky right now. There's no getting away from it. And if you're energetically sensitive, in other words, if you're an empath like myself, you feel things tenfold. It's hard to get away from this energy. Now, there's an interesting thing that happens with this energy. It doesn't just permeate everything. It doesn't just change the tenor or the timbre of everything around you. But what it does is start bringing things bubbling up to the surface that get to be fixed and get to be healed. So if you're running around pulling your hair out, metaphorically or physically, literally this week, there's a reason for it. It's because the energies that are coming about on this planet now are to bring stuff up that's been stuffed under the carpet to help you to heal. It's hard, but in a sense, this energy, it's a celebratory energy. What do I mean by that? It feels really crappy, but you can celebrate that as you're going through this doorway. I kind of picture going through layer after layer in like a cold refrigerator of rubber and having to push against all of these rubber things to squeeze through to the other side. It feels uncomfortable, but there's comfort, there's greatness, there's not just peace, there's you at a higher level on the other side of everything that's going on now. Not just for you as an individual, but for the human beingness that is us all. Michael, what's a human beingness? It means you are a cell, an integral cell that combined with other cells and combined with other cells and combined with other cells creates this one organism called a human beingness. We are all one quite literally, not just figuratively. Go far enough in space, you'll see, of course, there's just one dot down there, and there's just one human beingness. That's consciousness, and it's expanding, and it's growing, and it feels incredibly uncomfortable right now. I picture Chris Farley a long time ago, Saturday Night Live legend, going fat guy in a little suit, and going like this, and this suit jacket tears. He was awesome. Our suit jacket is tearing right now. It's ripping apart for good reason. It's not meant to fit us anymore. It never fit us to begin with. And we have an opportunity to rise up now to a much, much, much higher level. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? But, there's always a but, there's always a fine print. It feels really awful right now. It feels really uncomfortable. And it feels like fighting times. And I don't just mean the fighting going on in the world. I mean, our ego gets going. Oh, please keep me small. Please hide me under the table. Please keep me safe. And tries to pull the carpet underneath us just when the going gets good. Yes, I'm speaking from experience. My ego wants to pull the carpet underneath me, out from underneath me, every time things start to get good because it's scared. It's scared of what's going to happen. Well, we're all scared right now, and it's okay. What's going to happen? Things are going to fall apart. Things in your life, things in my life, things in the life of the human beingness are falling apart so that they can come together at a higher level. In a minute, I'll tell you about my challenges that I have. But we get to, in a sense, celebrate this when we can recognize it. I recognize that things seem like they're falling apart right now. Woohoo! That means I have the opportunity for something greater to come about. What does that mean? When things are going along great, we don't change anything. We don't mess with anything. Who wants to mess with things when things are going along well? Don't rock the boat. But when the boat is being pitched from port to starboard and back and forth and the waves are crashing over, you go, oh my God, I've got to make a change now. That's where we're at. Now's where the time that we can change. Now is the time when we can get light. Now is the time for you. So how do we do this? Well, first we get to change energetically. Then we change physically. For me, I'm an angels guy, so I'm going to go how I connect to the angels, but I'm going to give you some more tips on how you can do this without even needing to believe in anything, except maybe the energy that's inside of you right now. So, Michael, you said your life is a little bit up in the air right now. So I've got a kitty cat who has just come on the table here. His job right now is to shred as many things as he can to get some food out of me. He will stop at nothing to get a better food selection out of me. It turns out our food vendor for him switched suppliers and he's not happy. And when he's not happy, he lets it be known at the most inopportune moments. Oh, hi, good boy. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Do you? We're having a talk about things being torn apart so that it can be brought together at a higher level, and about how we can make powerful, energetic shifts. So, okay, let's use Sir Meowsers as an example. Sir Meowsers hates his food right now, and we're doing what we can, and we've got another supplier we just found today because he's very picky, and we want to feed him the best of the best of the best that we can. And he is incredibly healthy and vibrant and young, considering he's been about 16 years of age forever. So it's amazing, Meowsers. Oh, thank you for the kisses. All right, so you're a kitty and you're going, I hate this food, and I'm going to shred things apart until I get what I want. And, well, the vendor switched supplier, or the supplier switched vendors. You can't give him what he wants. So what do? You have to look around, and it feels very uncomfortable, and it feels like maybe a panicky situation if your kitty stopped eating or starting to shred everything in the house, and you're going, what in the world do I do? And then you end up coming with finding a food source, we haven't found it yet, or maybe we just did, that is even better than the one you have. You find something at a higher level. This is going on with Sir Meowsers at the moment. This has been going on with our business at the moment. This is going on with our show at the moment. This is going on with my health or being on the bicycle at the moment. What we do during this time, oh, hi good Sir Meowsers, mwah, I love you, is well, for me, speaking personally, I go to my automatic writing. I do it every single day. I go and spend time and I speak with the angels. You can speak with the angels. You can do it in automatic writing. You can do it just talking to them. You can do it in your dreams. You speak to your higher self, this inner wisdom deep inside of you. I'm pointing at my heart, but it's hard to see with Sir Meowsers there. And you listen. Why? Why are we going to the angels specifically during this time? Why are we going to our inner wisdom? Because we don't want to come from a place of fear. Here's how the spiral works. I get scared. I get afraid. Something's not going right. Something is off. And so something is off. And so because of it, I start to get myopic vision. I go from being able to see big picture to seeing a little narrow vision, to seeing a little bit narrower, to seeing a little bit narrower. And suddenly, I can't see any possibilities around me at all. That's what fear does to you. It takes you from a place of infinite possibility and brings you to a place where all you see is fear. Now, what happens when all you see is fear? First off, you're knocked out of the creative process. How can you come up with a positive possible solution if you're stuck in a place of fear? More importantly, this is the crazy thing. Your ego, it's addicted to fear. That's right. Your ego, my ego, all of our egos is addicted to fear. Well, I guess we got to go into what is the ego? The ego is the wounded little child inside of you that wants to keep you safe by keeping you small. fear is an awesome tool in the ego's repertoire, or so he or she thinks. So she or he thinks, to keep you safe. When things seem scary and dangerous, what does the ego do? It latches onto things that are scary and dangerous. What? When you're saying there's danger about, the ego goes and seeks out more danger? Yes, absolutely. Your ego wants to bring you to your knees, and it will use any method at its disposal to do so. And fear is its number one way to do so. Not only do you get in a fear-based place when things don't appear to be going right, and your vision goes boom, 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 boom. But then you go and grab the decision that will make things 10 or 100 times worse. Because now you're only seeing here, all you're seeing is fear-based decisions, and the ego goes, hey, look, that looks like a great, terrible decision. I'll take that. That looks like a great, terrible decision. I'll take that. Give me 1, give me 10, give me the works. Oh God, cancel, clear, release. And your ego will chop you off at the kneecaps and bring you down to keep you safe. You know it. I know it. We both experienced it. What we need to do is get out of our heads during this time. Sort of like Meowser's getting off of camera. This is when he's probably going to shred things up. It's not that I don't feed him many, many, many times a day. He is incredibly well taken care of. What do we do in these situations? And what do we do metaphorically, when we have the equivalent of a disgruntled kitty cat, and literally? The first and most important thing that we can do, obviously, to me, go to the angels. Call on something greater than ourselves. Angels, guides, light workers, please help me find a food that'll work for Sir Meowsers. But what we also want to do is step back from our current circumstances. Now, I do that by plugging into the angels, and I'm going to talk more about that in a little bit. But what we're really talking about is having a pattern interrupt. A way to stop us from being in this fear-based, myopic space to be able to see the bigger picture again. There's an expression when it comes to business and running your own business. You want to be on your business rather than in your business. And you want to be on your life rather than in your life. What in the world does that mean? Well, remember, you're an energetic being having an energetic experience in human form. You're basically energy playing a role here on earth. But you are not that role. You are so much greater than that role. In fact, you're infinite. You're the divine. You're the universe itself, or at least a very piece of the fabric of space and time. You're magnanimous, which means if we're stuck in the moment, if we're stuck in that fear-based thought, if we're stuck in the, how in the world am I going to record because I have a hungry kitty cat? We lose sight of the big picture. If I'm stuck working the day-to-day grind, I don't have time to think about marketing or running the business or doing the this or doing the that. I've got to focus. Things blow up all around you. It's why we just brought a manager on board to help us. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? I can remember when we were in Maui, my wife and myself. We had a bestseller, Barefoot Running. We had another book that flopped, Barefoot Walking. Actually, the re-release of Barefoot Running flopped too. We didn't know what we were doing. And in fact, we were meditating quite a bit, and we still didn't know what we were doing. Why? Well, I would go from a nice meditation, and then I would jump straight back into the work without looking big picture at things. That's why I want you to plug into your angels. That's why I want you to go stare at nature, stare at the water, hug a tree. Yeah, we could use saving a tree or two to say the very least. But I want to get you out of your thinking mind into a higher state. Now, if I had gone into my meditations and asked for help, that would have been pretty cool. But instead, I was using the meditation as a numbing agent. And our world imploded. We got kicked off of our dream island. Here's the thing. You see that smile that just came up? Thank God I got kicked out of there. Thank God we got the boot. That's what we're talking about today. I got the boot, we got the boot, so that, I can hear an 80s song, we got the beat, something like that. We got the boot, we got the boot, so that we could start to construct things from a higher level. Everything that's going on right now is jamming us toward one inevitable conclusion. And that inevitable conclusion isn't that things aren't going to work out. That inevitable conclusion is there's a ton of positive possible energy moving all around us, just waiting for us to attach to it for positive possible change. Positive possible energy for positive change. Whew. In other words, go to your angels, go to your guides, go to your inner wisdom and say, I see you. I see you. I know you're playing with me. I know you're messing with me right now. Sort of like Sir Meowsers. To help me to come up with another solution. That's what we're talking about, is you stopping the problem solving. That's being in the business where you can't see the big picture. And you plugging into something greater than yourself so that you can be outside of this little picture, and instead you're up here looking down. That's the energetic shift you need right now. You feel lighter, you feel better. You feel once again like everything just may be possible, which it is. So what do? We write to the angels, we write to our guides, we go for walks, we spend time in nature, we spend time with our loved ones. Key point, particularly if you run a business with your loved one. You spend time with your loved one where no work is allowed. No discussion of the problem, in quotes, at hand is allowed. You ain't going there. Instead, you talk about the positive things that are going on. What great things have been happening? What great things do you feel? What great things do you see? What great things have you created? In other words, you plug back into the spirit of the universe, which is vibrating up here, rather than trawling and trolling around at the lowest possible energy you can find. Instead, we want to plug into the high energy. Talk to me about love. Talk to me about light. Find something, anything you've been enjoying. Grab a pencil, grab a crayon, get that Crayola going. Draw something, play with something, do something, create something that makes you feel better even for a moment. Yes, absolutely. Find something that warps time. It's something that I love to talk about. What does it mean to warp time? Warping time means when you do something that you lose complete track of time. Yeah, it could be a video game. Yeah, it could be, riding on my bicycle in a video game. Yeah, it could be painting. It could be drawing. It could be going for a run. It could be cooking. Something where you completely and totally lose track of what it says on the clock means that you are plugged into the energy of spirit. Now, I'm not talking addictive things, and yes, maybe video games and some other things can fall into that, and we get to watch for what are the addictive things. That's not warping time, that's losing ourselves. But look for those things that make you feel so absolutely good, woohoo, that your problem doesn't matter for a moment. Now, I am in no way saying that we're pushing our problems under the carpet because they will come back and get you. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we get to create an energetic shift. I go to the angels. I will write to the angels when things are going poorly. My job, bar none, is call on the angels, call on the angels, call on the angels, write to the angels, write to the angels, write to the angels. So when your energy is down, we need an energetic shift. Look for that experience that warps time because that's you plugged into spirit. Or literally call in spirit to create an energetic shift. I'm calling on the angels for an energetic shift. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? That expression means no matter what's going on, I can call in a higher energy. I can call in a higher state of beingness. That's what we want. We're talking about creating an energetic shift when things aren't feeling quite right. Or as they are right now, are feeling quite wrong. Understanding in spirit terms, there is no right or wrong. They're energy. There is no good or bad. It's just energy. But how do we want to use that energy? I feel like crap, you might be saying. Some level, I'm saying good. Not good that you're having a miserable experience. I never want you to have a miserable experience. But that energy of, do that with me. Jessica calls that the crazy face. Not her favorite moment with me. But that is energy that we can go and use as a rocket ship and launch to the moon and beyond. That is woo! When we direct it in a different direction. How do we do that? That's what it means to be an alchemist, by the way. An alchemist is shifting energy from one direction or state of beingness to another direction or state of beingness. So yes, go to a meditation, particularly one you call in help. Go to play. Go to powerful, uplifting movies. I'm looking forward, I'm not a big shoot 'em up guy, but I'm looking forward to Maverick coming out soon. I just heard about the trailer. Tom Cruise supposedly, well, is the character, is crossing the Mach 10 barrier. Now, in this world, reality, we've only crossed 6.7, at least officially. But the point is, he's pushing the limit. I want you to push the limit in life too. We'll come back to that. So go watch powerful, positive, uplifting movies. Get playing. Get doing things that make you feel light. And since this is a show about going to the angels and guides to shift your energy, go to spirit more. There is no limit how much you can go to spirit. There is no limit how much you can call spirit in. Every single time you're knocked off center, if you can learn to come to spirit, you will be better for it. You get knocked off center, you feel you can't do something, you feel stuck. We say a little woohoo, but we go, wow, an opportunity, we can go to spirit. So here's the thing. We learned about ego earlier today, that in moments of greatest fear, ego looks for more fear. In times where our energy is down, we go looking for things that will bring our energy down further. We're kind of matching wounds with everything around us. So I am not talking about destructive distractions. What's a destructive distraction? Usually social media. Destructive movies, another destructive distraction. Drugs and alcohol can be a destructive distraction. Now, whatever, everything in life, everything is neither good nor bad. It's what you make of it. Certainly watch for addictions, destructive distractions. When you are down, you look for things that match vibration. Because when we're afraid, we go looking for things that make us feel more afraid. That's why horror movies, zombie movies, they're off the hook these days. Movies that are end of the world scenarios where everything's blowing up, everything's going bad. Why? Because our zeitgeist, our collective state, is in a state of fear. And so we go and think it's entertaining, that's the level we're vibrating at, to grab something that brings us more fear. But what it also means is it is ridiculously easy to be distracted right now at a time where we need greatest clarity, because we go looking for the things that make us safe. And if you're feeling like crap, the things that make you feel safe are the things that make you feel more like crap. That's been a biggie that I've gotten to work on, and I get to work on further still. There are wounds in me that I have done a tremendous amount of work on that still come back up. When the going gets tough, my ego goes to an old addiction. And that old addiction is, you're a screw up, Michael. You're a loser. You don't deserve to anything. Why? Am I really a screw up? Am I really a loser? If I went down that road, no, even then I'm not a screw up or a loser. But that wounding is in me. And truth be told, that wounding came from my mom, it came from her mom, it came from her mom, and her mom, and on and I was gifted with it. Not picking on anybody. You've been gifted with stuff too. And the wounds are here to help us to heal. The wounds are here to help us to leap to the other side. But the wounds tend to come back, and these addictive wounds, the addictive wounds are often what we tell ourselves come back to help us. Well, they come back on a spiritual level to help us, but they come back on an egoic level because your ego wants an addiction to ruminate and chew on so that it doesn't have to face what's going on in the world. So if it can pick on you, if it can break you down, if it can tell you why you are less than, if your ego can tell you why you're less than, then you don't have to do anything. That's just me. I'm a screw up. I'm a loser. I can't do it. It's never worked out. That's your ego's addiction going. How do we hop past that addiction? You take this. We go to our angels. You take this. Help me now. Please help me. Please help me. I am listening. Yes, flap your ears. I am listening. It sounds goofy. I have a goofy string to me. But it's deadly, serious, real. I had a friend I've been thinking about a lot lately, Carrie Karenko. She was my one of 3 group project partners in grad school. I got a MBA and I got a 2nd degree in computers and business. She was brilliant. She was beautiful. She had everything going on. She had the most amazing boyfriend at one point, and she was a strong triathlete. This girl had it all going on, except she kept feeding the addiction of I'm less than, I'm a screw up, I'm a loser. And I know what she was saying to herself is, I'm broken, I'm unlovable, and I'm unfixable, and I don't deserve to be here. Yes, she put all of her affairs in order. That was Carrie. She dotted her I's, she crossed her T's, and then she quite literally checked out. Why? Because instead of knowing that she could reach beyond this wall, beyond this block, because she kept her vision going smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and she did not reach, take a grappling hook and go and try to grab onto something vibrating at a higher level. She didn't have this. We are all vibrating at a higher level now. We are all vibrating at a higher level. We all have more of an ability now than ever to reach to an even higher level energy. That's why you're attracted to this show. That's why you're feeling how you're feeling, because you know that you can reach on at a higher level now. And I will challenge you to do this. She didn't know that, and so she took herself out, quite literally. I'm asking myself if I share what happened. We'll keep it at that. But she checked out because she went narrower vision, narrower vision, narrower vision, energy down, energy down, energy down. At the time of greatest energy, whether it's anxiety, fear, self-loathing, depression, sadness, whatever it may be, this is the time where instead of doing that, we get to pivot. We get to swing our energy to a higher level. Your energy at that time is great. Carrie's energy was off the hook. It's just where it was focused was on an old, wounded pattern and addiction. You can rise above this by saying, angels, I need your help now. We get to plug in at a higher level. The human mind doesn't get this because the human mind is so fear-based. When it's in a state of fear, it wants to hold on to fear. It wants to protect fear. Your mind wants to protect the fear. It doesn't want the fear to go away. Why? We have something called a default mode network in our mind. That default mode network is going to look for fear to keep you safe. It wants to go, aha, I see the tiger. Aha, I see the dragon. Aha, I know what to be afraid of. So that I can remain small, so that I can remain disempowered. Why am I on the mic? To empower you. Not rah rah. I'm biased. I have a personal stake in the game. If my energy can come up, and I can help your energy come up, and you can help somebody else's energy come up, and somebody else's energy come up, then we can shift this whole flippin' planet. We can raise the vibration of humanity and help raise the vibration of consciousness. Does consciousness need it? We are all in an expansive process. We are all brought down to our knees to learn how to leap to the other side. That's what we're talking about. An energetic leap to the highest level. Yes, to a magnanimous level. We're talking about being on the edge of a cliff, having your axe hammer here. You're holding on with one hand and jumping up with the other hand to hook in at a higher level. Or climbing up a ladder and there's a rung missing and you have to jump up to that next rung. It's daring. It's bold. You've got this in you. Whew. That's what I'm talking about. Using this energy to propel you upwards rather than off the cliff. Which means, this is my challenge for you. This is my challenge. The angels say, it's not your challenge, Michael. The angels would say, this is your challenge from the angels. And Michael, that is your challenge, they're telling me, for you too, is how we can all reach to that higher level and cultivate incredible goodness during this time. So on the surface, it seems like a dark time. It seems like a time nobody really seems happy. Everybody seems kind of during this time. But you can plug into this energy that I have right now. It's not mine, it's coming from spirit. You can plug into this higher vibration. Look at things from a higher level. Go to the angels. Go to gratitude. Go to your automatic writing. But truly look at what's going on from a higher level. And yes, ask for guidance. Ask for guidance in your writing. Ask for guidance while holding your heart. Ask for guidance before you go to sleep. Ask for guidance in your dreams. And then look for the signs and symbols. They're all around you. I've never seen so many synchronicities. I've never seen so many times where I'll think about a particular song. Eureka! It comes on the radio. I've never had such an experience where I'll think of a particular person and maybe their name is suddenly on a street sign, or the phone rings, or an email comes in. Or I'll say something and an email will come in and I'll go, what is Google listening to me at this point? Maybe. But there's more signs and synchronicities and symbolism going on now than ever. Because humanity is about to burst forth to a higher level. The energy we're experiencing, which is global, which is worldwide, is neither good nor bad. It's just waiting for focus. And that focus comes from leaping to a higher level and playing up there. So you look, what's going on? You listen, what do I hear? What are the signs, symbols, and synchronicities? And then you leap to that higher level. So when you're feeling off, when you're feeling down, this is interesting. When I am feeling off, when I am feeling down, this is the time that I least want to go to the angels. I don't want to do any automatic writing now. I don't want to think about things. Actually, my challenge at that point is I probably need food, and I don't want to think about food at this point. Why? Well, food was actually a thing of punishment for me as a child. We'll take the food away from you. You may have experienced this too. And so what do? Well, our ego wants to go to our wounds. And so it wants to perpetuate the same crimes on us that our parents did. I love you, Mom and Dad. I'm not calling you criminals at this point. But your ego want to perpetuate the same crimes, the same punishments on you that were done on you as a child to keep you small. So go to the angels when I'm struggling? Go to the angels when I'm suffering? No, that's the time when I want to treat myself like a mofo. That's the time when I want to hurt myself the most, is the time that I actually want to grow and attach to the highest level. So we get to recognize these patterns that are within each and every one of us. And the times when we least want to connect with spirit are the times where we get to connect the most. You find yourself going down, you go to your automatic writing, you go to prayer, you go to whatever is your tool for connecting with the angels. Make that your oxygen. That's what's called leaping to a higher level of beingness. And that will bring your energy up, way up. Then, when the energy is way up, now we can leap forward with everything we're doing. Leap forward. So, a few examples from my life. First off, I'm on the bicycle yesterday. I've been working on this called Zwift. It's an ecosystem where you ride your bicycle indoors, kind of like a video game. Now, I used to be a pro cyclist, and until a few months ago, till I got hit by an SUV on my bicycle, quite literally, I was really freaking strong. So I'm on the bicycle yesterday, and I do this uphill sprint. And it's the first time in an uphill sprint since I got this thing. I got top 10 out of like 1,000 people. Woohoo! And I started coughing like crazy. Really, a surprising amount of coughing. Now, I could have stuck with it and said, you're going to push through. You're going to push through the pain. And gone to old patterns of pushing through the negativity, in quotes. Instead, I said, man, I love you. This does not feel right. Let's stop here. Yeah, but I didn't get my workout out. Let's stop. Let's step back. Let's rest. Let's love ourselves up. What's going to happen from this? Well, I know I'm going to give it a couple days of rest. That was yesterday. I didn't do it for the rest of the day. Today I didn't do it. Tomorrow I'll come back. We'll see how the body feels. We'll play a game at a higher level, observing, being loving, being kind, and then stepping forward when I feel ready. And guess what? That top 10 won't have been the only one that I will get. And it doesn't matter how you do compared to anybody else. Comparison is the elixir of death. But I can use that as a rung on the ladder to go up and up and up in my own personal health, in my own personal growth, in my own personal quest to see what I can do with this meat suit. Let's play with this thing. Let's see what we can do while we're here on earth. Woohoo! So, when things feel off, don't judge. Don't get upset. Don't push through. Stop, pause, go to a higher level. Which brings me to the greatest challenge we're facing right now. So I've been doing a lot of YouTube shorts lately, 15 to 30 minutes, like this, talking with you guys for a short period of time and really loving it. The YouTube algorithm hasn't been loving it because they're shorter videos. You and I are watching for a shorter period of time because they're shorter. And YouTube says, people are watching your videos for less time. They're not interested in your channel anymore. We'll dim the light on your channel a little bit so it's harder for people to find it. Oh wait, they're not watching as long. Well, we'll dim the channel some more because they're not watching as long. Oh wait! And we've watched over this month as we've introduced YouTube shorts to you, meaning 15 to 30 minute things, not the 1 minute shorts. Our new manager suggests we call them mediums. Well, as we've been introducing these YouTube mediums and you've been loving them, our channel has been going down and down and down. Now, we could freak out. Between you and me, it's not a happy day when, I guess, your life's work, or at least your last 7 years of work, and you watch things trending, I'll put that in quotes, in the opposite direction, at least in the short term. Now, I can go to a place of my old addiction. You've screwed up, you've blown it, you've ruined everything. It just sounds crazy to me. But I could go to this place. Or I could go to a place of and make another fear-based decision, which would create more of the very thing that I want to avoid. Or I can go to the angels. Say, you take this. What do I do here? I can write vigorously to the angels. I can talk with the angels. I can say, at a very minimum, I'm going to bring my energy up, way up. And from this higher vantage point, I'm going to find a new solution. My guess is we're going to get to start a second channel that will have our mediums on it. And I don't mean mediums as in this kind of medium. I mean mediums as what I'm calling shorts. But with that said, I get to make sure I'm acting out of a state of love rather than a state of fear. State of love rather than a state of fear. State of expansion rather than a state of contraction. Expansion is taking the higher level view, the view from your angels, the view from spirit, the view from above the room. Contraction is taking this view from in here. There's an oldie but a goodie movie that I love, and I love Michael J. Fox, and to me, incredible inspiration. And yes, can't get enough of time-traveling movies. You know, Back to the Future series. With that said, he did a movie way back when called Secret of My Success. In that movie, the CEO of this company wants to take his company to the chopping blocks and chop, 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 because they're in trouble. And Michael J. Fox is the up-and-comer. And he's told, he goes actually out to dinner, and the waitress, she was very airy-fairy, shall we say. But she was plugged into spirit. And she said, contraction is a bad energy. Different words, same idea. Expansion is what it's all about. The universe rewards expansion. You don't do layoffs, you instead grow. You instead expand. You don't kill off your mediums, you find another way for them to grow and expand. You're feeling scared stepping forward. You don't chop your legs off at the knees. You find a way to grow and expand and step forward. That's why that movie was called The Secret of My Success. It's about getting to that higher energetic state, getting to that state of expansiveness, and growing your life from there. That's where you get to play. Always, always, always ask, what's the highest level decision I can make? What's the decision that feels the most expansive, even though it may be scariest? But what's the decision that feels the most expansive on my heart, on your heart? And that's what you get to do with everything you've got. You plug into the energy of the universe. You listen and hear what is that highest level decision you can make. And when you're ready, you make that leap. We made that leap this week by getting the manager we've always needed and are finally ready for. How does it get any better than this? I made that leap by stepping back on the bicycle, and I'm going to come after it with everything I've got as soon as the body feels ready. I'm making that leap with our show and our channel because people like you are loving the mediums. I just get to figure out what's the best vehicle for it. None of this is bad. It feels bad. Life feels bad. Everything feels icky right now. It's just an energy, and you can morph and change that energy till it feels light, till it feels good, till it feels even better than ever before. That's what I'm talking about. And when you don't know which way to leap, woohoo! Go to your angels, go to your guides, ask them. You don't have to go it alone. Which way do I turn? That's what I'm doing right now. Between you and me, I don't pretend to have the answers. I don't have a clue. Well, okay. I have a clue, but not enough of an idea to know what to do. So let's go into a guided meditation. Specifically, I want to teach you a technique that I just taught at a recent YouTube live event that I recommend that you go to. We have live events every Monday night, but let me teach you the generator. The generator is a technique I've been using with healing hands on Jessica, my wife Jessica's womb, so on our baby Hannah, to heal her heart during this time. And what I'm doing is circulating energy and growing energy. You can call it from the angels, from spirit, from your higher self, from your inner wisdom, but cranking up this energy inside of yourself. So first I'll explain how it's done, and then we'll do a few short minutes of it. What we're going to do first, sit comfortably but nice and upright, erect in a chair where you can feel your feet, or at least your toes, on the floor. Now what you want to do is on the inhalation, start to gain awareness. And we're going to do this all breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. But on the inhalation, I want you to imagine feeling tingling and buzziness in your toes, as if your toes are connected directly to the earth and you feel this tingling sensation at the bottom of your feet. Feel the tingling on your feet. Feel it spread and move up to your calves, up to your hamstrings, up to your sit muscles, up to your lower back, up to your upper back. You feel this tingling spreading out your shoulders, going up to your neck, and then up, up, up the top of your head until it's at your crown chakra. So on your inhalation, you are drawing in and up this buzziness from the earth or from the ground beneath your feet, up through your feet, your legs, your glutes, your back, your shoulder, your neck, to the top of your head. That's the inhalation. For the exhalation, what you do is you take that buzziness, you take that tingling, you take that awareness, which I call the energy of the angels, and you breathe it down and out. So you're exhaling through the nose as you breathe it down and out, down to your heart, down through your arms, down to your fingertips, which you could have on a loved one, or you could quite literally have on your own heart. So I'm an angels guy. So what I like to say to myself when I do this is I draw in the energy of the angels. I send out the energy of the angels. I draw in the energy of the angels. I send out the energy of the angels. Now, I first learned of a technique like this, and this has been modified with the angels, from Richard Gordon of Quantum Touch. So a big shout out to Richard Gordon and his healing techniques. I love him so, so much and his work. That's Quantum Touch. We are going to play with this now. You're going to experience some tingling, some buzziness. You may even have sweaty palms before you get through with this. Or you might just have an awareness of moving energy around, even if just a little bit. It's all perfect. It's all fine. It's all divine. So are you ready? Here we go. Start to feel that tingling in your toes, your tingling in the bottom of your feet, and breathe in, taking that tingling up, up, up through the top of the head, and exhale. Bring it down through the heart, down through your arms, down and out your fingertips. Breathe in, draw that energy up, up, up again, and out. Send the energy through your heart, through your arms, down through your fingertips. In through your toes and feet, and up, 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 and out. Send it down through the heart, out through your arms, out through your fingertips. In and up, and down and out. In, up, 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 and down. Out through the heart, the arms, and the fingers. Now in as we continue to do this, and out. Let's bring in the angels. So in your mind, say to yourself, I draw in the energy of the angels. I send out the energy of the angels. I draw in the energy of the angels. I send out the energy of the angels. Feel your fingertips starting to get real buzzy. And in, I draw in the energy of the angels, up, 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 and out. I send out the energy of the angels. In and up the energy of the angels. You might feel a little bit light and tingly. And out, buzzy, 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 through the heart, down the arms, down to your fingertips. In the energy of the angels. And out, energy of the angels. In, energy of the angels. And out, energy of the angels. in and out. The most important part of this meditation in is your awareness. Connect to the awareness of the energy. Connect out. Connect to the tingling. Connect to the buzzing. Even imagine it if you have to. But connect with that imagination and that sense as you go in and up and down and out. So let's practice this real quietly for just a minute as you're learning how to merge with the energy of the angels and generate the energy of the angels. I draw in the energy of the angels. I send out the energy of the angels. I draw in. I send out. In and out. In and out. Keep feeling that buzziness, energy of the angels. As you start to really feel that buzzing and that tingling, or even just a warming sensation, realize that you are quite literally merging with the energy of the angels and beginning to circulate it through your body. So you could quite literally say as you breathe in, I am merging with the energy of the angels. I send out the energy of the angels. I am merging with the energy of the angels. I send out the energy of the angels. I am merging with the energy of the angels. I send out the energy of the angels. Let's do this a few more times quietly. Really focusing on linking that awareness to that buzzing and tingling, which is that higher level energy we've been talking about, moving through and circulating from within you. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. You can practice this meditation, I recommend especially first thing in the morning, to plug into the energy of the angels to begin getting yourself to that higher level energetic state. And of course, you can certainly practice it driving down the road. You can practice it at any stressful moment. You can practice it while watching a movie. But if you are lucky enough to have a loved one in your life, whether that's a Roo, whether that's a kitty, a dog, a partner, a baby, whomever, practice running energy with them. You will feel, not only will they feel better, it's amplified tenfold for yourself. It's a beautiful lake, hard to see out behind me. Actually, it froze over again this morning, but it's supposed to be mid-40s, so it'll melt. I'm going to get out on my kayak, so I'm not on the bicycle today, and I'm going to paddle real slowly. Take in everything, be at peace, and put one question on my heart before I go out. What's the next step? I'm not even going to ask what's the next step with my business, what's the next step in my personal life. If you've heard, we get to move down by a hospital in Philadelphia to deliver in 2 months. How does it get any better than this? Not what's the best step with anything. I'm going to leave it as open-ended with the angels as I can. What's the best next step? And I'm going to sit in the stillness, sit in that peace on the water, bobbing up and down, and listen. I'm going to wait for that impulse to come in. I'm going to wait for that energy to rise. I'm going to feel it. It's going to grow strong. It's going to grow powerful. I know it. I sense it. You'll know it. You'll sense it. You'll feel it. You'll know it. And then I'm going to make that leap. And that's what you can do too. Put it out there. Vibrate at a higher level. Go quiet and listen. Attach, plug back into your heart. And then as that energy rises, then make that leap. I'm Michael Sandler. I want to thank you so much for watching here today. If you like this, please share with the world. Let's help bring everybody's energy up. Let's get to a state of expansive consciousness for all of us. So please, big thumbs up. Share with everybody you know. Join the Mystic Circle down below with lots of behind-the-scenes videos. Join us for our School of Mystics at InspireNationUniversity.com. Click the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of upcoming shows, premieres, live events with me every Monday night where you can ask your questions. Here's a link to the next amazing video. Love you guys so much. Keep on shining bright. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Love you guys.